welcome to First Round Stoppage Podcast, brought to you by Daily Strike Media Group. My name is Mat Astacio. I'm your host today, and I'm here with Aiko Wheeler, one of the female fighters on the card, fighting at 115 pounds at Fight Night Fury, March 23rd. It's a Saturday night. We're going to have an awesome night of grappling as well as some Muay Thai kickboxing. She's ready to get in the ring and kick some ass. We're really excited to have her on. Thank you so much for coming out today,
Thank you.
Aiko.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. We're really excited to have a conversation about your background a little bit and kind of what got you into fighting. We were able to talk a little bit before this, and man, you have an incredible story. It's very different, unique. Typically, you hear the typical story of someone who's been fighting since they were 5 years old, and they finally decided to take the leap and get in the ring. But you have a very unique story. So let's go ahead and just lead with that. Let's start off with what got you into this.
So what got me into Muay Thai was my dad.
Mm-hmm.
He's been training Muay Thai for about 5 years out of Tri-City Boxing in St. Charles, Illinois.
Nice.
With Pat White and Wayne Gregory, and now we have Robert Fairtex from Thailand at our gym. Excuse my voice.
Oh, you're fine.
So I just tried a class because I wanted a good workout. I wanted to get more in shape, and I knew that my dad, he went pretty much every weeknight, every single night, and I just knew that it was such a great workout from him, so I tried a class. I felt like such an idiot, like stupid, like what even is this? And if it weren't for him, then if it weren't for the support of my dad, then I probably wouldn't have come back to a class out of just, like fear of not being good enough or whatever, not being the type. So I just stuck with it because the workout was so amazing, like sweating so much. And then eventually I was going every night. And after about 2 months of training, I knew that I really wanted to fight.
That's awesome. So it just took 2 months of getting in there.
Yeah,
and even
just watching Muay Thai all the time.
Yeah,
after that, watching fights, Instagram, like obsessed with it now.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool. And you have no athletic background, correct? Like you didn't play sports in high school?
I tried a bunch of sports in middle school and elementary school. It just never was my thing.
Mm-hmm.
No talent there. And there's no talent in Muay Thai for me either. It's just dedication because I love it so much. So
anything can be learned.
Right.
You can really, as long as you put time and dedication towards something, you can learn to be great. It can be learned. So that's really exciting to see that that's what you've discovered with Muay Thai. Essentially, as much as you may have feared it in the beginning, but you know that it's something that just takes hard work, dedication.
It's just about the passion, heart of it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So your dad's one of your biggest inspirers, right?
Yeah. Inspiration.
So talk about a little bit about your coaches. How were they instrumental in getting you to get in the ring?
Yeah, definitely. They never pressured me or anything. Pretty much everyone thought that I would never fight. But so when I started training, was just with Pat White, and he's been so helpful. He's a really big inspiration. He's had a really successful fighting career that he doesn't talk about much, but he's really inspiring in that. And then over the summer of 2018, we got our trainer, Robert Fairtex, and now I train with him most of the time. He's been fighting since he was 12 years old, fought in Lumpini over 30 times. He was champion. He was an amazing fighter in Thailand. And I'm really lucky to get to train with both of them. I have to give all the credit to them. They're my biggest inspirations, and they push me really hard.
Wow, that's awesome. That's really cool to have that kind of skill to back you up, essentially.
Yeah. And that's what makes me confident about going into the ring, because I know I have the best in my corner to support me.
That's amazing. Wow. So would you say that they were the ones that were kind of, even though you had those fears and you were really unsure about doing this, you just wanted to use it as a workout at first, but then you saw the potential working with guys like that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
awesome.
definitely.
So when you first started getting into this, and you were at that point of, like you mentioned earlier, you felt kind of goofy,
right?
And you felt like you didn't know what you were doing.
Still feel like that.
Do you?
Yeah. Everyone does.
Was there like a transition to like when you first started to then finally deciding to go in the ring, where you felt a little more confident about what you were doing? You felt a little more confident about your technique and your skill?
Yeah, probably. I have really great training partners at my gym, and they push me and they motivate me. It's really important to have good training partners, because that's what motivates you on the days that you don't feel like going to training or you're having a bad day. You know that your partners are counting on you to be there.
Absolutely.
And they're a big reason of why I want to fight.
Yeah, that's cool.
After seeing them in the ring, it's really inspiring to me.
Yeah, you want to be there for them too. You know, you want to make sure they're holding you accountable, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to show up because they're there waiting for you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome. So is there anything like an underlying root thing that has really kept you going, kept you in this? Like, is there something internal that makes you really excited about fighting?
I just have so much passion for the sport of Muay Thai, which is what motivates me. I watch fights all the time. It's just, I'm obsessed with it. And like I said, my training partners and my coaches, I just want to make them proud of me. So, yep.
That's awesome. 2 years ago, did you see yourself doing any of this?
No, definitely not.
Wow, that's awesome.
Definitely not.
Well, you've come a long way.
Yeah.
It's really exciting to see someone so fresh and new with such dedication and such passion for the sport. I mean, that's rare. You know, you're just getting started, essentially. So I'm really excited to see where this takes you.
Thanks.
And kind of see where you end up, 5 years down the road. You may be a world champion one day. Who knows? That's awesome. That's incredible. Well, let's talk a little bit about your training regimen. So, you're getting ready for this fight. You've only been training for about a year now?
Yeah, a little over a year.
Okay, awesome. So what are you doing in the gym? How are you getting prepared for this? Tell us a little bit about your regimen.
I'm training every day, like usual, training every day, mornings and nights.
Oh, wow, so 2 days?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay.
Doing private lessons with my coaches, that helps a lot, getting like the small technique things, sparring with my partners. Just the basics.
5 days a week, 6 days a week?
6 days.
6 days?
Sometimes 7 on Sundays too, if we have sparring on Sundays.
Yeah, cool. Do you ever try to fill in a rest day? You want to make sure you're well rested?
Yeah. Usually Sunday is my rest day.
Yeah. And even sparring, you're not like going real hard. You're focusing more on technique, focusing more on movement and stuff like that.
Yeah, just being comfortable in the ring.
Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome. The weight cut. You don't have to cut much weight. You look about 115.
No, yeah, I walk at about 118, 119. Okay.
So no worries with eating or diet or any of that stuff.
No.
How would you say is that a part of your lifestyle already anyways? Like, do you eat pretty well?
Yeah, eating healthy is a huge part because you feel horrible during training if you eat terrible. So yeah, I make sure to cut back on sugars, all that stuff, just so I can train at my best, fight at my best. Yeah.
What would you say is like a regular meal for you? A good one, a good healthy meal.
I like tacos.
Oh man, that's
steak tacos.
They're delicious,
but
that flour. You get flour or corn?
Either one.
Okay.
It kind of depends.
That could be a little bit. That
I like
could take
smoothies too.
Okay.
So
all right,
that
cool.
helps me. Training.
Yeah. I feel like those are light. They're not so heavy. From personal experience, I do jujitsu. I cannot eat before I train.
Yeah.
Ever. Otherwise,
I usually eat like over an hour before I train. Yeah.
Yeah, I try to at least make it like 3 hours before I train, and usually it's like a smoothie or something really light.
I have a super fast metabolism though, so I have to eat like an hour before usually.
Yeah. How many times a day are you eating? Are you constantly eating?
Yeah. Like constantly. Yeah.
I feel like you have to. You're burning a ton of calories. You're in the ring all the time. You're sweating. You're working out. So it's kind of a necessity in order to go forward and keep moving.
Yeah.
But yeah, eating. I feel like that's something that's neglected a lot. Is the whole eating concept.
Yeah, it's huge. It's really important in fighting. It's all about how you feel.
Now, training partners. You're training with people. You're sparring with certain individuals. How are they helping you along this road? Are they feeding you properly as far as technique
definitely.
and stuff?
One of my partners, Trisha Sterling, she just won. She just won in her division in Atlanta for boxing.
Oh, nice.
So she helps me in that. She has really good boxing in her Muay Thai, so that helps me with that. And she has, I can't remember how many Muay Thai fights, but she has a good amount of Muay Thai fights, good amount of boxing fights. So sparring with her, she helps a lot with me. My boxing defense, you know,
of course.
And then my partner Nikki, she's my Muay Thai partner, and we just work on everything together.
So does she mainly focus on the boxing aspect? Like, is she really just feeding you?
For the past month, but she kind of switches off for whatever fight she has coming up, either boxing or Muay Thai.
But like when you guys are sparring, getting ready for this Muay Thai fight, is she strictly like trying to keep you well versed with the boxing side of it? Or she mixing it up?
She just kind of, that's more her style.
Yeah.
So it just kind of plays into it.
Absolutely.
But yeah.
How do you think that affects your training regimen training and sparring mainly with a boxer?
It's been helping me to get my defense better with boxing, getting better at using more boxing in my Muay Thai.
That's awesome. Now, do you look up to people like that? Are you like super
for
inspired
sure.
by
Definitely.
her? That's
yeah.
awesome.
Every single fighter in my gym, they're huge inspirations to me.
Is she mainly the one that you're sparring with, that you're getting?
No,
Okay.
actually, because she's been doing boxing lately.
Yeah.
But my partner Nikki, she's my main partner for Muay Thai.
And is she like similar weight, similar size? And all
No,
that?
she's about 20 pounds heavier than me.
Oh wow, really?
So, yeah,
She taller
her
too?
kicks hurt. No,
same height, just a little heavier.
Yeah.
Oh wow. So that's a big part of getting ready, is being able to take a power kick from someone of that size.
Yeah, all my training partners are bigger than me. So.
Yeah, well, 115, that's like on the low side.
Yeah.
That's a low spectrum. So I was the same way. Like most of the people that I train with are all bigger than me. I'm a lighter weight guy. So, but I mean, I think that definitely improves my game.
Yeah.
When you have to go up against someone who's stronger, bigger, it makes you stronger and bigger, and you have to really rely on technique.
Yeah.
Like typically people can get away with muscling technique and just like forcing it. But when you're small and most of your opponents are a little bit bigger than you, you have to focus on the technique. You have to focus on the movement, the procedure, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So it's really exciting.
For sure.
It's really exciting to get in there with people like that and be able to keep up with them and put up a fight and whatnot.
Right.
That's awesome. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about your opponent, Eliana O'Malley, I think her name is. Have you done any research on her? Have you seen her at all? Are you concerned with that at all by any means?
I'm not concerned with it. I'm sure it's going to be a great fight.
Absolutely.
I'm sure she's been working hard.
Yep.
So.
And you guys are both 0-0. Both of you guys have never had a fight before. I'm not sure how old she is, but either way, I mean, you guys are still fresh to the sport.
Yeah.
Does that give you a little bit more confidence going into this, or?
Yeah, but I just want to fight anyone. I just want to get in the ring ready.
Absolutely. Get your hand raised, hopefully, right?
That's the goal.
That's the goal. The goal. That is awesome. All right, so as far as the gym that you're training out of, let's talk a little bit about that. You're in St. Charles, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And your dad has trained there already for many years, so he kind of introduced you to all these trainers and whatnot. And do you have any like relatable experiences with them? Like there's something that you can, kind of fuels that fire inside you just based off of who they are and what they know and stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, just the pure talent and dedication that my coaches have and the other fighters in my gym, they're really good.
Yeah.
They're really big inspirations to me. Sam Guzman, Owen Saldana just had his pro debut a few months ago, and he just had his second pro fight. Really good boxer. Sam is a great boxer. Yeah. We've got some great fighters at my gym that they're really big inspirations to me.
And do you like study them a little bit? Do you like watch their tape?
Yeah, definitely. I love watching them spar.
Yeah. Oh, that
always
makes
studying.
Makes a world of difference when you can see them go at it and kind of relate that to your own game and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. So as far as training goes, are you doing anything outside of Muay Thai? So are you doing any weightlifting, any, calisthenics?
Just running. Yeah.
How many miles?
A little bit of strength training. About 2 miles.
2
usually.
miles?
Yeah.
Every time you go out there, or in general, like a weekly basis?
Yeah. A few times a week when I'm
cool.
training, after I train.
Are you a runner? Do you enjoy that aspect of training? I don't think most people do. Yeah.
I've learned to like it when I have my headphones in.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about my fight, but other than that, no.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I cannot stand running, but it is necessary. I feel like getting out there and pushing through 2 miles is just that perseverance, that dedication, especially if you don't enjoy it.
Yeah.
It just makes it that much more like, okay, I did it, I got through it, I can do anything at this point.
Yeah.
Is there anything in your life that you're doing right now that helps you get to that point, that helps you stay dedicated and whatnot? Are you doing anything outside of Muay Thai that keeps your mental focus, that kind of keeps you determined and whatnot outside of the ring?
Just Muay Thai has been my main focus lately, and I do online schools, so it's easy. Focus on that, watch fights during the day when I'm supposed to be doing homework.
Yeah.
And like I said, my training partners, I just talking to them, texting them, they just keep me motivated, keep me going, keep me thinking about getting the win.
Yeah. So you're texting them back and forth all the time, just like talking about your training and stuff like that?
Yeah, my training partners. One of my training partners, Zach, he's in Thailand right now.
Oh, nice.
So Yeah.
You're going to make
really
a trip
exciting.
out there someday?
Yeah,
Hell
I'm
yeah.
planning on it. Hopefully this summer, maybe.
That's awesome. Yeah, that I have a couple of my buddies that come and train at Counter-Strike, and they took a trip together, actually. They went out there all together, like 5 of them.
Yeah.
And they came back, like,
Yeah.
day and night. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was cool seeing that transition
Yeah.
and the skill that they've developed
Yeah.
just from going there.
Yeah.
And they were training at, like, the gyms where they had no flooring. It was like dirt floors, and these guys were just
Yeah, it's the
crazy.
real deal. Yeah.
They're savages,
Yeah.
essentially, and that's all they do all day is train Muay Thai.
Yeah.
Kick each other's
That's
ass
the dream.
all day.
Yeah.
But that'd be cool to definitely get out in Thailand and experience that. That
Yeah.
will definitely propel you in the right direction, I think.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate meeting you, and
thank
thank you for taking time out of your Sunday to come talk with us for a little bit. Really excited to see you fight. I'm excited to see you in that
Thank you.
ring. I'm going to be commentating for you the whole time, so you'll
Awesome.
see me. Just wave if you see me. But we're really excited to see you go up against Eliana O'Malley. I think she's a really good fighter. I researched her a little bit on Facebook, and she seems to be kind of in the same place you are, 0-0 record,
Yeah.
just trying to come up, prove herself, trying to, prove herself to herself, essentially.
Yeah.
Just trying to, test your abilities, which I feel like most people in this level who are just starting out, it's really what it's about.
Right.
It's like, I want to test myself.
Yeah.
I'm really my main opponent, my main competitor.
Yeah,
is to
definitely.
seeing where you came from and seeing how you've
For sure.
advanced.
Yeah.
But before we wrap this up, do you have anything to say to your opponent as far as coming up to this fight? Anything inspiring, anything out of respect, or do you want to talk some smack if you want to?
No, just all respect to my opponent. It's going to be a great fight, and it's going to be a really good card of some other great fights. So
Awesome. Well,
looking forward to it.
me as well, and I'm sure everyone else who's been watching the promotion and stuff like that are excited as well. So we're really excited to see you fight on Fight Night Fury March 23rd. If you haven't bought tickets already, make sure you go check it out, because this awesome fighter is going to be on the card. She's going to be kicking ass. So March 23rd, again, 6 p.m., Fight Night Fury. The venue is in West Dundee at Life Zone 360. This is a fight brought to you by First Round Promotions, and we're really excited to get this going. And thank you so much again for coming
Thank
out
you.
and talking with me a little bit.
Yeah.
And we will see you March 23rd.
All right.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys.